Welcome. In this video, we'll take a look at how to convert a classic Google site into a new Google site. You may be asking yourself, but why do I want to do this since classic sites has more features? The reason is simple. Classic sites are going away at the end of 2021. And so you perhaps should be thinking about a proactive approach before your classic site gets done automatically for you. And then you find things that did not work in the conversion. So now let's think about this. Let's be a planner. If I'm currently heavily dependent, my strategy would be likely to do this at a time when my site is not so dependent on the users that access it. Maybe summer. You have to decide what works best for you. As it stands right now, when you start the conversion, a key point to remember is that as it converts, it's only a draft until you decide to publish it. Once published, the old classic site gets archived and then deleted after 30 days. At least this is how it's currently working. Still, in my planning, I will wait to do the work when my users are not so heavily dependent on the site for content. We don't know what we don't know, and Google is always changing. So now, let's take a look at the process behind the conversion of a site. We start by going to where our classic sites reside. In our URL bar, we type in this address. Once here, we select the site we want to convert. RickTest 200 is the one I'm going to look at right now. Select it. You may see a banner saying, "New convert your site to the new Google sites. Try it now." You can select it, but if you don't see it, you can do this. In the upper right hand corner, select the gear icon. Choose Manage Site. Once in Manage Site, you'll notice on the far left hand side, there's a Convert to New Site. Select it. As you can see, they say a new draft of your site will be created. Share with the same people. Sharing with the same people is in relationship to other people that may have edit rights on your site. At least that's how I understand it right now. Since it was defaulted to being checked, I'll just leave it that way. You may choose otherwise. Select Start. When the site is successfully converted, you should get an email stating that. This is a relatively small site, so we'll just wait for the process to finish. So the process is finished. I select Continue. As you can see here, it says Review the Draft. If you select Advanced, you'll see that you can disconnect this, but you'll never be able to publish it to the same site address as your old classic sites was. I don't want to disconnect it, but I do want to review the draft. As you can see, I get a message saying your new sites awaits. If you're not familiar with new sites, then you may want to do the tour. I'm going to select Skip. Remember, currently it's a draft until I hit Publish. So now we can actually compare the two sites and see how well the conversion happened. Now that you have seen the process of conversion, you'll have to decide whether you'll do this or just start building a new site. Just keep in mind the disadvantage of a new site build is that you cannot use the old address and you may have documents referencing that address. Just before we close, let's take a look at our publishing options. If we select Published, we can see we can use the existing site address, or we can create a new address. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to select Cancel. I hope you found this video informative. Thanks for watching.